Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013. Excuse me. We are playing as WWE in the, I almost said the current year, but it is no longer the current year. We are in a new year, a new day. We are in 2016, so we are playing as WWE in the year of 2015 in the month of April. We are booking our second Monday Night Raw show in the restart of this mod. And let's get started. I am pretty proud of what we've done here today, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We have 3 pre-show bouts in the continuation of the Push of the Ascension. We have them taking on Heath Slater, the team of Heath Slater and Zack Ryder. And they defeated them in 7 minutes and 37 seconds when Connor defeated Heath Slater with the Fall of Man. Back at a 41D. I'm not necessarily disappointed with the grade. It would have been nice to see something better, but it's about what I expected. We are being held in front of 10,360 people in the Illinois Wireless Center. And Victor was off his game tonight. That is no good. But unfortunately, no skill improvements. We then go on to a 28E. Summer Rae, I think you're just pretty bad. In an awful match that's completely devoid of heat, Nikki Bella defeating Summer Rae in 7 minutes and 12 seconds with Twin Magic. Did you really need to use Twin Magic? Making defense number 1 of her Divas title. Not a big deal that the Divas title's on the line. I usually just like to put any titles on the line if the champion's in there, so yeah. But 28E, Bree did some good work, and apparently Nikki and Summer have pretty good chemistry, so I wonder why it was so bad. We'll have to check the dirt sheet here. Let's see. Nikki was holding back, psychology, poor gimmick. Summer, also the length of the match. Alright, doodly noted. Summer might not be the best wrestler in the world either. I don't believe there was any work improvements. And the main event of the pre-show, we had a match that had some good action and average heat. Stardust defeating Jey Uso in 13 minutes and 7 seconds with the Beautiful Disaster. That gets a 61C. And Stardust is also improving in flying skills. So we move on to the start of the show. Bray Wyatt in the ring. He opens up the show. The lights are dimmed, of course. He's sitting in the middle of the ring in his rocking chair. Spotlight's on him. You know, I bet you're all wondering what and why happened last week. And I've been asking myself the same question. Why? Why, Abigail? Why is he the chosen one and me the black sheep? Every story has a yin and yang, Roman. And I am that yang to your yin. In order for my dominance to rise, the Roman Empire must fall. The chosen one will fall. And then Roman Reigns' music interrupts. He races down to the crowd. Bray jumps over the guardrail and they meet each other halfway there. The two begin to brawl throughout the crowd until what appears to be a fan jumping Roman Reigns from behind. It turns out to be Luke Harper, who now seems to have joined back up with Bray Wyatt. I did expect this to do better. I mean, come on, at least a B-. I mean, that's what I was kind of expecting. I'm a little disappointed with this 63C to start off the show. I was kind of expecting a better rating here. I mean, it might have been because of Luke Harper, but his overness was pretty high up. So I'm curious to see why this was brought down so bad. But either way, Roman Reigns is improving in acting, so there's that. Roman Reigns was penalized for having a poor gimmick. We'll have to fix that, and done to a cold crowd, so well, that blows. Cold crowd. Really? 63? I expected this to do a lot better for some reason. Alright, after all the chaos in the ring is done and over with, we go backstage to Triple H's office. Seth Rollins walks in and asks Triple H what they're going to do about Randy Orton. I mean, after last week, I'm sure he's going to be looking out for some vengeance after, you know, I attacked him after his match last week. But before he can continue going on, Triple H interrupts him and tells him everything is fine. Randy Orton will be taken care of tonight. What I need you to worry about is your upcoming match next. And then Triple H's phone rings. He tells Rollins that I need to take this. Rollins is sitting there like, you know, but Triple H, my match, what are you talking about? My match, we didn't talk about this. just left confused and wondering what's going on. Still a cold crowd, interesting. Warm up, crowd. Must be because of the match thing. We didn't see Dolph Ziggler walking down to the ring, and that goes into our next match. But before we get there, Kane interrupts the two as they're about to compete, and he comes out to inform both Ziggler and Rollins that due to the, on behalf of the Authority, he was sent out here to ensure that the match is called right down the winner or middle with a clear winner at the end of it. And he also reminds Dolph that his career could very well be on the line tonight. Kind of like a little, more teasing at Dolph, with his current feud along with Dean Ambrose, where they are feuding with the Authority, and Triple H is pretty much trying to make Dolph and Ambrose's life a living hell, to where the Authority, or where they'll want to quit. Kane with a poor gimmick and low momentum. Thanks a lot, Kane. So then we go on to the bout that gets a 61C. Definitely expected this to have a little bit of a better rating here. Apparently, neither of these two have any psychology. I'm actually going to up their psychology because I disagree with that. I normally don't like editing too much and too much in the mod, but I've noticed a lot of things with this mod that I just disagree with myself. And I feel that they got it wrong, so we're going to up these two psychology because I don't think we should be having that problem. I mean, I don't think they have the best psychology in the world, but they certainly shouldn't be having that problem to the point where they have, no psychology at all. I mean, I kind of need them to if I'm going to be pushing both of them as main eventers. Good thing to note here, though, is that they both had pretty good chemistry with each other, so that's awesome. Either way, 61C featured great action and average heat. Seth Rollins defeating Dolph Ziggler in 13 minutes and 20 seconds after interference from Kane, of course. Dirt sheet-wise, let's see what we have here. Someone want to explain this to me? Is there a way to fix this penalized for holding back, or is that just because it's on Monday Night Raw? And why did this lower the crowd's mood? That makes no sense. It was done to a cold crowd already, but whatever. And then Ziggler, it shouldn't say Ziggler celebrating. He's down. And Dolph Ziggler is down for the count. And Kane and Seth Rollins continuing the beatdown on him before Dean Ambrose comes to the save of Dolph Ziggler. And that leads to Triple H coming down to the ring and informing Ambrose, since you like to poke your nose where it doesn't belong, you're going to learn today that sometimes your actions have consequences. And then he books a match with Dean Ambrose taking on Kane. Triple H looked good in that segment, so that's awesome. Just looking at this is getting me irritated. Probably should find a new gimmick for Dean Ambrose if I can, so let me just put that there real quick. Ambrose gimmick. Alright, so then we move on to the match that gets a 67C plus, some good action and average heat. Ambrose defeating Kane in 10 minutes and 20 seconds when Kane was disqualified after Big Show ran and attacked Ambrose. So I imagine Ambrose getting the upper hand, and then here comes Big Show beating down on Kane. Or not Kane, Ambrose. Not a bad rating. I mean, again, would have liked a little bit of higher grade. A lot of these grades have been a little lower than I want, but, whatever. I can already tell we're not going to be getting too good of a grade on this show. And then we just have a continuing beatdown. The Authority continuing the beatdown on Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. Triple H wants them to quit. Then we go to the announcers putting over the fact that later on tonight we will see Roman Reigns take on Luke Harper. And Randy Orton will take on the WWE Tag Team Champions Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, better known as the Uppercats. Roman Reigns is then shown walking down to the ring for his upcoming match with... What the heck happened here? Oh my Lord Almighty, a 46D? Really? Wow. That's a... Really? That bad? I mean, I can see right here it says, Roman Reigns and Luke Harper just don't have chemistry, but was it really that bad to warrant a 40, not even a C? And then, of course, some good action, and then that makes no sense if it was apparently a 46D. It shouldn't say some good action, but Roman Reigns losing to Luke Harper after a distraction from Bray Wyatt led to a running big boot, which gave Harper the win. Why did this do so bad? Worker chemistry, booking decisions. It was because of my, jeez. This is not a good show so far, and I was so confident about it, Nerds and Geeks. I really was. We then go backstage to just a generic interview with Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose, pretty much just kind of swearing vengeance and ranting off about the Authority, specifically Kane, Big Show, and Triple H. I am still just kind of shocked for that Roman Reigns Luke Harper match. That blew me away. Daniel Bryan saving the day with a nice 80B, just coming down to do color commentary for the next match. And then we have a 62C, a match with some good action but not much weighing heat. Bad News Barrett defeating R-Truth with the Wasteland. Daniel Bryan was on commentary for this match during the match. No, not during the match, I'm sorry. Worker improvements, I'm still a little flustered after that horrible rating that I expected to do so much better between Roman and Harper. So either way, worker improvements, we have R-Truth improving in both Rumble and performance, and Bad News Barrett improving in both flying and performance. And then we have an interview where Randy Orton hypes the upcoming bout against the Uppercats later on tonight. We then see the Uppercats getting ready for the upcoming bout tonight. John Cena making his way down to the ring. And then John Cena doing his, U.S. Open Invitational speech, talking about what this title means and all that. I kind of wish I would have thrown in a little Rusev promo there to kind of continue it on, but whatever. Got an 81B. Cena kind of saving the show here for us right now. And the U.S. Open Invitational is accepted by Jimmy Uso, and I'm a little happy with this rating. I mean, would have been great to see it do better, but I was expecting a C here. I didn't know what to expect with Jimmy Uso, but a 71B, I'm satisfied. Excuse me. Jimmy Uso comes out and accepts the United States Open Challenge, and we go on to our bout, which gets a 60C. Wish it would have, been a little higher. Definitely was hoping for another B. It's been a pretty average Raw, and it's not looking too good for this Raw right now, even though I was very confident going in. But either way, in a bout that had a good crowd and good action, John Cena defeating Jimmy Uso in 12 minutes and 58 seconds with the Attitude Adjustment, making defense number 2 of his United States Championship. Jey Uso did some good work ringside. Cena came out of the match looking good. No worker improvements, unfortunately. What were we penalized on? Jimmy Uso has poor stamina. I disagree with that. I'm going to have to take a look at that just to see, because the Usos have freaking fantastic stamina. So I'm going to put a question mark next to that because I'm not entirely sure what it is, because it didn't say anything, but if his stamina is low, we're going to have to improve that. They have great stamina. And then Cena, of course, classic John Cena, extends his hand over to Jimmy Uso after the match as a sign of respect. But during that handshake, out comes Rusev, super kick to Jimmy Uso, sending him out of the ring. Or not Jimmy Uso, super kick to John Cena, sending him out of the ring. Or sending, not necessarily out of the ring, but into the turnbuckle, like sits him down into the turnbuckle, stumbles him, and then, beats down on Jimmy Uso, and, just tossing him out of the ring and focuses attention on Cena, locks him in the Accolade, completely destroying both of them. Cena came across well. Uso underperformed, unfortunately, but this segment was all about Rusev just putting him over even more. Good gimmick for Rusev as well, so that's awesome. And, 50D plus. Kind of wish this would have gotten a C, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look at something with Paige here, but we'll see. So Paige is backstage being interviewed about the upcoming triple threat match between herself and AJ and Nikki. And she states she would, of course, much rather have a one-on-one match, but as much as she loathes to admit it without the help of AJ at WrestleMania, she might not have been able to beat the Bellas at all. But at Extreme Rules, it's a different story. It's all about going out of your limits, and quite frankly, that's not something she thinks AJ or Nikki Bella is willing to do, which she is obviously willing to do. And if you want her thoughts on the triple threat match Extreme Rules, it's quite simple. She's not worried about it at all. And then she walks off to go to the ring, or heading to the ring for her match. But before her match, never mind. I thought I did a color commentary thing here. But anyway, solid reaction, but non-existent crowd heat. Paige defeating Rosa Mendez with the Rampage. Could see 37D minus. Definitely not happy with that, but then again, Rosa's not the best wrestler in the world either. Paige was off her game tonight. That sucked. So was freaking Rosa. Thanks a lot, girls. And AJ was on commentary for this match as well. The main reason I made these two fight is because before the match we had two worker incidents, but they were both good worker incidents. One was about Finley doing impressions of the colleagues, and another one was Paige and Rosa Mendez finding out that they have a bond or a love of like musicals or something together. I forget what it was. So what exactly is the problem with the Divas? Nothing, I guess. I don't know. Then we have, of course, before the next match, Miz doing his typical, when my hand goes up, you guys go, your mouths go quiet or something like that, doing the typical snarky, basic Miz heel thing, with Mizdow mimicking him. Of course, the face turn not getting strong reaction, but that's whatever. Miz still doing his good thing, which leads to a match with Neville that gets a 60C. Some good action, but not much weight and heat. Neville defeating The Miz in 7 minutes and 44 seconds with the 450 splash, following a botched interference by Damien Mizdow. Then just a way to help give Neville a boost while also getting The Miz on TV and furthering the tension between him and Mizdow. I'm sorry, Nerds and Geeks. Not only am I a little upset with how the show is turning out right now, but it is 3 o'clock in the morning if you do not see here, so woo! Might be a little tired, but either way, Randy Orton walking to the ring. Just getting tongue-tied while recording this for some reason. And then Seth Rollins comes down to the ring to do color commentary for the next match. We have our main event, which is a handicap bout. 62C. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. I mean, this is basically what I expected, but I was kind of hoping maybe we'll pull out a B. And a match had some good action, but not much weight and heat. The Uppercats defeating Randy Orton in a handicap match in 13 minutes and 26 seconds. After Cesaro defeated Randy Orton with the neutralizer after a distraction from Seth Rollins. And Randy's improving in technical, and Tyson is improving in Rumble. Tyson got a bonus for going all out. Cool. That's awesome. So what was it penalized on? Of course, the holding back thing, which I think might be because, it's a show. Inconsistency, which I'm not happy with. Poor gimmicks. So, if I can change their gimmicks, let's check Cesaro and Kid's gimmick. And that's about do it. Let's end off this show. It increased our popularity in 14 regions and lost us in 16 regions, which is most likely Canada and America. Well, that sucks. And the thing is, Nerds and Geeks, the challenge I am giving myself in this mod is, or not this mod, but this playthrough is, I am definitely going to try and keep up with Vince McMahon's demands as an owner. As of yet, I haven't got any owner goals from him. I'm not sure if it's because I might have him still turned off. I'm going to check on that before we end off this episode. Maybe I'll do it afterwards. Let's look at some of the news here. Surprisingly, we aren't... Where the heck are we at? Oh, okay, we're number 2. For some reason, I couldn't find us for a second. I was like, what the heck? It's number 2 on the board. All Japan did better than us. Sorry for touching the mic there, by the way. Lucha Underground got Roddy Piper. That's pretty cool. Chris Hero's going to FIP. Justin Gabriel going to CZW. Jay Lethal as well. Evolve got Paul London. Global Force got Elijah Burke. And Prince Nana signing for TNA. And Global Force got Rhett Titus. Awesome. Also, Evolve got Madison Rain. Randy Orton's got a big morale issue because I had him take that loss, so we're going to give him a big bonus, like a $5,000 bonus. Love me again, Orton. Can I have my money back? Jeez, are you still mad? Let's give him another $1,000. Let's see. What the fuck? Let's give him another $1,000. Oh my God! How much money was that so far? I gave him the 5,000. That's 7,000. Let's just make it 10,000. So make it 3,000. I never give anyone this amount of money. If he's not happy, I'm going to be seriously peeved. I am seriously peeved. You're that mad over that. Are you kidding? Whatever. You know what? I can't. Whatever. Down, down, down. Went up in Sportsnet, though. Up on Televisa. Down on USA. I'm seriously upset at Orton right now for being that mad over it. You can't put over some young guys. Screw you, Randy Orton. You jerk. How dare he? Ooh, that really pissed me off. I just gave that boy a $10,000 bonus, and he's still like, yeah, that's nice and all, but I still had to lose on national TV to Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. You ungrateful swine. You are getting a WWE Championship match at the next pay-per-view. You won at WrestleMania. Get over yourself, Randy Orton. I think that's going to do it, Nerds and Geeks. I don't think I can take much more of this right now. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, a like, and subscribe, of course, if you have not already. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, Facebook, and Twitter. Help to get the word out there and help the channel expand. Of course, my name has been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. I'll see you guys for Friday Night SmackDown. So until then, have a wonderful day, Nerds and Geeks.